Hi everyone, welcome to this new video. Today we are doing a speed build of the archives of Willow Creek, like the library in the commercial district of Willow Creek. This video is a part of my video series on renovating every single lot in The Sims 4 and in every world, of course. And for this build I try to keep the shape similar to what EA originally had in mind, and also put it close to the buildings that I've already done. This video will be coming up after this one, and this video will only be screenshots because I've again forgot to record all the building sessions of these buildings next to the library. So I'm really sorry about that, but I think the video came out great, and it's really a short video, and you can watch it when you want to, and I will link it down below again when the video comes up. I tried to have a different layout than the original one, because the original one was really strange because of the stair placement. So I tried to change the placement of the stairs and also the layout downstairs, like with two separate toilets, and also put like an ancient archives type of room inside, so that it's more like accurate to the name of the building. And I really try to inspire myself with the lots around this lot to get it to the shape that it is now. I was really excited to do this lot, this renovation, because I'm a really big book nerd, bookworm in real life. I love to go to the library, I love to read books, I love to have a freshly borrowed book in my hands. Like, I love the smell of the books especially. I don't know why, it's really like soothing for me. And but I have to be honest, like at the moment I'm not that motivated to really read. I don't know why, but I'm not really motivated to read. I have a lot of books in my shelf right now, like my whole shelf is full of books that I have read or is a to be read pile, which is really strange because when I was a teenager I never had a to be read pile. Now I'm an adult, I'm 24 years old, and I have a to be read pile that is really big. And I have like maybe 10 books in my shelf that I've never read in my life before, and I'm really sad about that because I want to read those books, but I'm just not motivated to do that. It's really strange. But I got myself to go to the library recently. I originally wanted to borrow a DVD, like from my favorite comedian, my favorite Swiss comedian, but I didn't find them. Like, I was there for an hour and I didn't find anything for those, so it was really strange for me. But then I found two books, like one is a graphic novel and another one is just a book on social media marketing and stuff, because I'm really interested in that too. So it was like, okay, let's just borrow this because I made all the way to the city from my home to get the DVDs, but now I'm getting books instead. That's okay. I think that's also a great deal. Like, instead of going home with nothing, I got the books. So, and I actually read some of the books, so it's good. Now I'm just trying to see how the outside would look like. I think I approved here that it is okay, and I really wanted to have a little cafe niche outside of the building, because many bookstores, like, I don't know how it is in the US or UK or something like that, but in Switzerland, some of the bookstores that we have an integrated cafe, like Starbucks or a small little cafe inside. So I really wanted to incorporate that in my build. I used a city living stall, like the coffee stall, with tea, coffee, and maybe snacks. I'm not sure if there was snacks inside, but either way, I put it there and I put some cozy chairs around, like some outside chairs, and I was really happy about the cafe, how it turned out at the end. Just to get back to the topic on books and libraries and stuff, I really love books that are fantasy themed or maybe sci-fi themed also, because I really want to escape into another world when I read a book. So fantasy is the most logical thing. Sometimes I'll also read like historical books, like in the historic era, like Regency books, or medieval books, like in those theming field. But I don't have that many. I have more fantasy books in my shelf at the moment. And my favorite books that I've ever read in my life are the Hunger Games series, like the first 3. I have the 4th one on my shelf to be read. I have this one since, I think, 2 years, but I haven't really gone to the length of actually reading it. I even have it in English. I got it like on a bargain price, like what, 10 Swiss francs. So it was like, yeah, I have to read this book now before the movie comes out, and the movie will be coming out this year. So I don't have enough time to really read it, maybe, if I don't keep up with reading anything. So that's really a bummer, but I try to finish reading this book, or start even this book, before the movie is coming out. Maybe this summer? I think it would be this summer. I'm not sure about that. And I also have another favorite book, that's The Red Queen by Victoria Earhart, or Avard? I'm not sure. I was just checking up on the book itself, but I cannot read from this distance. I'm not blind, I don't need the glasses, but sometimes my vision is really, really sharp, but sometimes it's just not that great. So excuse me if I read the name of the author wrong. I only read the first one in the series of The Red Queen, or The Call of the Blood series. I'm not sure how it's called in English, because in German it's Die Farbe des Blutes series. So I just translated it from that. And I have all the other books like in a little box. Like I bought all the books physically in a box with a really great artwork on them, like a really great crown, a silver crown, and the books are red, and I really like this box. I really am happy that I bought it, but I haven't read the other 3. I don't know why. I started the second book around maybe 2 or 4 years ago, I'm not sure, and it didn't really captivate me at all. I don't know why. Like the first one, I read it like in 2-3 weeks time, but this one is really, like the second one is really difficult to go through. And I think I made it to page 150 or something, and then it shut off. Like I didn't want to read it, or I forgot that I have started this book at all. So yeah, that's really a little bit of a bummer, but that's another book series that I have on my shelf that I want to read. I also have some biographies. Like I'm really interested in history, like in royal history, especially the royals in the UK, the royals in France, and also Germany and Austria. I have some books on Queen Victoria. I have a book on Princess Diana. I have even a fashion magazine from Dior that Princess Margaret, like the sister of the late Queen Elizabeth II, is on, and she has a gown. She wore a gown from Dior, so that's why I bought this one. It's like a little bit of a display piece in my shelf. And yeah, that's the books that I have on history. I usually when I go to the library, I borrow books from the history aisle, because many bookstores in Switzerland don't really sell history or biographies of people, like when it's not Swiss. It's really strange. I don't know why they do that. It's really sad for me too, because I'm really interested in like Queen Elizabeth I, Mary Queen of Scots. Those are my favorite royal figures in this era. So that's why I just saw that I didn't really match one of the sitting areas outside to the wall. It's just floating around a little bit. I'm really sorry about that. I didn't check this footage at all before I made this video. I'm really sorry about that, and I didn't change it afterwards, as I can guess, because sometimes I forget that I have stuff to do. Yeah. So here I'm trying to like hide the little bug that is with the curving wall system in The Sims 4. Like at the time it wasn't fixed. I think right now it's fixed, but we will see how long it is fixed, because soon there will be another update for the infants in The Sims 4, and I'm really excited about the infants, but I'm also really scared about my save files. I will save my save files in a separate folder, but it's still like really strange that we have to save our save files for an update just in case it's broken, which is really sad for me. Like, I don't understand how we got this far in The Sims 4 and still have to do that. And also have my mods folder. Also I have to get it out before the update is coming, because I think I have the automatic updates on my PC, or I'm not sure. I didn't really check, but I will see how the update will be for my save files and for my game. But it shouldn't break anything, because no update really broke my game before, so I'm not that scared about that. But you never know with EA or with the updates, with the big gameplay updates. And now I'm doing the roofing. The roofing in this one is really easy, because it's not that hard to do, like a square and then put all the roofing around the square and put another layer of floor on the top. And I'm just putting on some lot traits that could fit into a library, like that there's a quiet zone, like a quiet lot, and that it's for bookworms. And now I'm slowly finishing up the build. I'm just checking if everything is a little bit symmetrical, and if there's enough pillars around the lot, and also the windows, because I forgot to put windows on one side. And now I'm just putting on a description. It's in the gallery as Archive Reno. If you want to download it, I will put the gallery name down below as well. And yeah, I think that concludes the build. Soon we will be seeing the after screenshots of this lot, and I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, and also consider subscribing if you want more videos like this from me. I thank you all very much for watching, and we will see each other in the next video. I wish you all a very pleasant day. Bye guys.